So now we'll be doing the next part of the same topic. We are doing nutrition and health. So now we'll be doing nutrition care during infancy and childhood. So I hope all of you are very aware of the word infancy and childhood, but I would like to explain it that the focus is on the age group from 0 to 7 years. Okay, so the 0 to 7 years is infancy and childhood. We have to begin with the infancy part and then we'll move on to the childhood. The first year of the baby life is a time for amazing changes. The infant experiences the most rapid growth and development during this period. So, infancy is 0 to 2 years, and post 2 years, you call it childhood or toddler or etc. So, now the first year of the baby's life is a time for amazing changes. Have you observed a baby, small baby? There are a lot of changes taking place in the baby in the first year of his birth. The infant experiences the most rapid growth. An infant doubles its weight in 4 to 5 months and triples on his first birthday. So, suppose a baby was born of 3 kg, then he will be doubling his weight. That will become 6 kg by 4 to 5 months of age, and by the age of 1 year, that is before completing his first birthday, he will be 3 times. That is, if the boy was or a girl was born of 3 kg, then he would be of 9 kg then. Besides these external physical changes, there are important changes that take place in the vital organs also. The brain, heart, kidney double in size by the first birthday, and by 18 months, most of the brain cells are formed. Have you heard that the child's development, most of the development takes place in very early years? So, major milestones, that is rolling on, that the child does roughly in 4 to 6 months, sitting up unassisted in 6 months, and crawling or walking by 12 months. By the end of the infant stage, children have the fine motor hands or skills to use a pincer, grasp, pick up and put out small objects, and make attempts to scribble with a crayon or writing on a tool. So, by the completion of 18 months, by the end of the infant stage, that is जब 2 साल के करीब बच्चा पहुंचने लगता है, so the child is able to pick up the things, scribble the crayons on the paper. So these are the activities that you will notice the child to be doing. The infant's diet has to be highly nutritious. It's very important for the diet to be very nutritious. To support the rapid rate of growth as it influences the structural and functional of vital organs. So, the child's diet should be very good because, it's time for the child to grow very quickly. So it's the time for the child to grow, so he needs the appropriate right kind of nutritional elements in his body, appropriate amounts of essential nutrients like protein, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals. These things are very necessary for the children. So now toddlers, infant, I told you, it's like infancy period is basically till 18 months, you can say. Toddlers is above 2 years. So toddlers are children, they are also called 1 year plus, some people call it toddler. So the toddler program you must have heard of. The children who are 1 to 2 years of age, during this time the child goes through many physical, psychological and social development. Toddlers body grows and changes as he learns to grow new things, muscles grow and motor skills get better. Every skill of the child keeps on getting better with age. Toddlers may sit without support. They may start walking on their own. Later, they may be able to jump. So, these changes, keep on taking place. Toddlers may gain 4 times birth weight during this time. The length may increase by 22 inches. Toddlers begin to babble and learn to use action to tell what he wants. So, by the end of 2 years, the child is able to learn many things. Next, we'll move on to the preschoolers. What are preschoolers? Children who are ready to go for school. That is 2 to 7 years of age. Preschoolers are children who are ready to go to school, and this is the age group of 2 to 7 years. I already told you that up to 2 years, they are toddlers, and then they move on to the next stage, that is the preschooling. This time period is a stage of continuing growth and development for the young child. He will go through many changes in his physical, mental, and emotional development. The child's body begins to change. His motor and movement skills improve. He will be able to stand on one foot for a short period of time, learns to wake up and walk up and down the stairs, alternating each foot. आप देखिएगा 2 साल का बच्चा धीरे धीरे ऐसे ऐसे करके starts walking on the stairs. He also may be able to skip or throw a ball. The child learns to dress and feed himself. Child at 2.5 years, you will feel between 2 to 7 years, you will feel that they've started to dress up themselves. You may also feel that he can hold a book or a pen more firmly. He also learns to turn pages. Later, he is able to turn pages one at a time and write his name in this age group. Boys may about 13 to 18 kgs during this time period. Their height may reach from 35 to 42 inches. Girls weigh 12 to 17 kgs. They may grow to 34 and a half to 42 inches during this time. The number of words that the child knows increases. The vocabulary of the child that goes on increasing. Ability to communicate continues to improve and mature. धीरे धीरे बच्चा जब स्कूल में जाता है, you also know when he gets company, plays with other children, his communication keeps on increasing and developing. He uses 4 more words to make sentences using basic rules of grammar. Starts to, his sentences and the way of speech starts making sense. Now, infant nutrition. Infants receive nutrition from a single food source or from a limited sources. So it depends. Though it is extremely important that the right kind of nutrients at the right level are present in the sources. Infants' nutritional needs are unique and very different from children to adults. Balance in an infant diet is essential. For example, too much of protein can, be a stress for their kidney, and too little of any nutrient can also cause problem. So, there has to be a balance between the nutrition that the infant is getting. A healthy baby after normal full-term pregnancy generally has enough iron stored in his body to meet iron requirements for the first 4 to 6 months of his life. Before deficiency, this iron is depleted. Iron should be supplied in the diet. Now, one baby who is born, he has enough iron stored in his body during the pregnancy phase itself. In the early childhood, and if it is not so, then he will have problems like anemia. When an infant consumes right amount of protein, fat, carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, so the expected growth takes place properly and there is no stress on the digestive system and kidneys. Now, breastfeeding. I've already discussed lactation. The same is breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is the preferred mode of infant feeding because of the variety of reasons. I've already discussed कि मदर्स मिल्क पीने से क्या क्या फ़ायदे होते हैं. I've already told you in the previous session. Breast milk supplies the nutrients required for an infant's growth and development. Breast milk supplies the proper balance of nutrients, minimizing the likelihood of excesses or deficiency. Like जो बच्चा माँ का दूध पीता है, so there are very less chances of him getting an excess nutrients or a deficiency of it. Breast milk does not stress a baby's developing digestive system and kidneys. Breast milk is bacteriologically safe and immunologically proteinous. By immunities to infections the baby may be exposed to during the first weeks of life, the baby's own immune system is still fully developed. So if I've already discussed in the last session that अगर बच्चा माँ का दूध पीता है, his immune system would be better, his capacity to fight with the diseases would be much more effective. Breast milk is convenient and economical also, economical in the sense that if you go for poor families, they cannot buy so much of expensive milk, whether it is cow milk or formula milk. Breastfeeding involves physical contact with the mother and the child, so that emotional bond keeps on increasing, and that promotes the mother-child interaction. Next is formula feeding. Formula feeding is nothing other than the feed that powder milk, very common. The best alternative feeding or supplement to breastfeeding is commercially prepared iron fortified formula. Historical accounts show that use of replacement for breast milk began centuries ago. बहुत साल पहले, decades and decades पहले ही इसकी खोज हो गई थी और काफ़ी सालों से ये चला आ रहा है. मदर मिल्क अगर बच्चा नहीं पी पाता तो ही सप्लाइड विथ फॉर्मूला मिल्क, दैट इज नन अदर देन द powdered milk available in the market. Like breast milk, formula milk also provide the proper nutrients levels necessary for the child to sustain and will not stress the infant's delicate and developing organ system. Obviously, it's properly prepared for that particular purpose itself. Because of special nutritional needs throughout the first year, the baby should be breastfed, and the baby, it is always desirable for the baby to have mother's milk. I've already discussed this in the previous session. Now the cow's milk. The American Academy of Pediatrics emphasizes that ordinary cow milk is not suitable for infants. That is up to 1 year of age. आपको गाय का दूध बच्चे को नहीं देना है. Although nutritious for older children, but it's not nutritional for infants. Why? Because cow's milk is poor in iron. As stated, iron deficiency is the most common deficiency in infant. क्या होता है, बच्चे के अंदर आयरन की कमी बहुत जल्दी हो जाती है, and cow milk में आयरन नहीं होता है. Cow's milk that has been especially heat processed, such as the heat processing used in infant formula, can cause intensive blood loss in some babies. Cow's milk contain only small amount of vitamin C, E and copper. सो ये इसका भी संख्या अमाउंट जो है, मात्रा जो है काफ़ी कम होता है. काउज मिल्क कंटेन एन एक्सेसिवली हाई लेवल ऑफ प्रोटीन that is also not very desirable for the child. The fat in the cow's milk different from that present in the this breast milk or formula milk, and that is very difficult for the babies to digest. The amount of sodium in cow's milk is greater than the amount an infant should receive. Ab cow's milk mein sodium amount is also high, so even because of that, it's not very desirable for the child to be fed with cow's milk. Now, solid food. Most experts agree that the introduction of solid food should start from 4 to 6 months of age. Breast milk or formula milk can provide all the baby's nutrients for the first few months of his life, but later, you have to use the solid food. Now, toddler's nutrition. The toddler years are a time of transition, especially between 12 to 24 months, when they are learning to eat and accept the new taste. So breast and formula milk provided adequate nutrition for the child as an infant. But जब infancy का phase खत्म हो जाता है, when they are into the toddler that's above 1 year, तो फिर बच्चे की और भी रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती हैं. डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द एज एंड साइज एंड एक्टिविटी लेवल, टॉडलर्स नीड अबाउट 1000 to 1400 calories in a day. So toddler's stomach is the size of his fist and it fills very quickly. So what happens, thoda khana has to be fed to the toddler with regular intervals. Nutritional deficiencies can particularly affect brain growth. So it should not happen in the first few years of life. For example, iron deficiency leads to difficulties of growth and behavioral problems. Toddlers' diets can be deficient in the mineral if they drink too much of cow milk. Then they will have little appetite. They will have low iron content. I already told you. Insufficient consumption of vitamin C can impair iron absorption. A healthy diet contains plenty of rich foods in vitamins, minerals, and beta carotene, the antioxidant and pigment in orange and yellow fruits and vegetables. So every content like orange fruits, yellow this fruits are very important for the child to be consumed by the child, because each element has got some protein or vitamin in it. A well nourished body is capable of fighting the cold, flu, and other illness. It's very common if the immune system of any person is good, so they will have less of infection. Quality nutrition is very important because it affects physical and mental development as well as helping to prevent overcome illness. Deficiency of nutrients such as vitamin C can impair brain and functioning. अगर विटामिन सी की डेफिशिएंसी होती है बच्चे को, तो इट कैन इवन हैम्पर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द ब्रेन. नाउ प्री स्कूल 4 से 5 तक, एजेड 4 to 5 years, are still developing their eating habits and needs to encourage, you have to encourage the preschoolers to eat. Being a teacher, you have to always keep in mind that always the child has to be counseled to eat. बहुत रेयर आपको ऐसे बच्चे मिलेंगे स्कूल के अंदर, स्पेशली प्री स्कूल के अंदर, जो खुद से अपना लंच फिनिश करते हैं. ऑलवेज द मदर्स कंसर्न इज कि मेरा बच्चा खाता नहीं है. एंड द सिंपल आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन इज दैट द टीचर हैज़ टू टेक द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फॉर द मील ऑफ द चाइल्ड टू गेट फिनिश्ड. A preschooler eating plan should consist of healthy foods such as lean meats, poultry, seafoods, legumes, whole grains, whole wheat, bread, cereals, 2 servings of dairy, and freshly processed fruits and vegetables. So these are the things that the preschoolers should eat. Overweight and obese children are a greater risk for major health issues. Now, eating important hai. Getting a healthy diet is important, but overeating is never desirable. Overweight and obese children are at a very high risk of type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, joint pain, high cholesterol, cardiovascular diseases. We are living in an era wherein even children are having diabetes. So, this is not very desirable. So, the weight management has to be there at all ages. Next, a healthful diet and good nutrition are crucial in preventing some of the issues inadequate nutrition can cause, such as short stature and delayed puberty, nutrient deficiencies and dehydration, menstrual irregularities, poor bone health, increased risk of injuries, poor academic performance, increased risk of eating disorders. Now, अगर बच्चा सही से न्यूट्रिशन नहीं लेता है, तो द प्रॉब्लम दैट वुड अराइज इज शॉर्ट स्टेचर, मतलब उसकी हाइट की प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है. डिलेड प्यूबर्टी, दैट इज द puberty part, the private parts and the organs to be developed that take place later, not according to the age. Nutritional deficiencies can cause to menstrual irregularities. If it's a girl child, she will not have regular periods. Poor bone health, the bone will become weakened. Increased risk of increase, जो बच्चा कमज़ोर होगा obviously वो ज़्यादा गिरेगा, तो he will have more injuries. Poor academic performance, obviously physically fit नहीं होगा तो वो अपनी पढ़ाई पे भी concentrate, he will not be able to do it. And there will be increased risk of other disorders also. Teaching children the importance of good nutrition throughout their childhood is very important for their healthy life in future. Now, there are factors which influence the child health. आपको नहीं लगता है कि बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स होंगे जिस पे बच्चे का सेहत डिपेंड करता है. देर आर इन्वायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स, देर आर बायोलॉजिकल फैक्टर्स, there are interpersonal factors, and there are early childhood experiences. So broadly divided into four. First is environmental, second is biological, third is interpersonal, and fourth is early childhood experiences. I would be explaining each one of them. Now environmental factors में पहला आता है housing. Does the child have enough space in the house to play, or there is overcrowding? Are there any green space or park nearby the child's house? Does the house contribute to ill health due to lack of ventilation, moisture and molds? So घर में, जिस घर में बच्चा रहता है उस घर का इन्वायरमेंट कैसा है, वहाँ खुली हवा आती है, देयर इज प्रॉपर एयर और नॉट, there is green area or not, child is able to play inside the house or not. That is also very important for the physical growth and for the early years of the child. Now income of the parents, it's very important for the child's parents to have proper income. If they will not have proper income, they will not be able to provide the right kind of nutrients to the child. That will be a cause of malnutrition. Care of the child, if both the parents are working, then the child is not getting the proper care. Are the parents educated? Does the parent have proper knowledge about the right kind of food to be given to the child? Does the family have culture of education and literacy? So all this is also very important, and these all come under the environmental factors. Now second is biological factors. Gender, the gender of the child matters a lot, because boys and girls develop and learn differently. In many families you must have come across boys, gender, the boy is more given more importance, and girls are given less importance. So that is also one reason. The weight of the child at birth affects the child health too. That is also important. In the families where gender is biased and abuse happens because of the gender, so boy child is more nicely treated than the girl child. So that is also one factor, environment, a biological factor. Second is general health. The weight of the child at the birth time is also very crucial for him. The mother's health at the preconception and during pregnancy is very important for the child. I've already discussed in the previous slide. If the mother will not be healthy, she will not be passing out the healthy nutrients to the child, so the child will be malnourished. Now mental health. Children growing up in warm and nurturing environment have less risk of mental illness. जिस बच्चे को प्यार मिलता है, a lot of warmth and care is given, so that child has got less chances of getting sick mentally or getting into some depression. Health practices. Children need a routine for eating, sleeping and playing. There are families wherein these are followed very nicely and strictly. Obviously those children will be more structured, and they will have a very better life than the other who are not following the proper codum of life. Now third point, that's the interpersonal relationship. It's very, very important. Infants learn the relationship from others. So whatever environment is there between their parents, between the colleagues of their parents, between the friends of their parents and the family members, that adversely affects the child's brain, in the positive or the negative manner. Infants learn through relationship with others. Smiles and eye contact set stage for sustained and meaningful communication with parents. Attachment. It's very important that the child has a secure attachment with the primary caregiver. Now the primary caregiver may change, because mother cannot be the primary caregiver in every case. The one who is bringing up the child, nurturing the child, he should have a very close contact with that person. Parenting style. The parent should have consistent parenting style. आपका एक जैसा होना चाहिए, बहुत अथॉरिटी नहीं होनी चाहिए, बहुत परमिसिव नहीं होना चाहिए, और बहुत अनइन्वॉल्व भी नहीं होना चाहिए. दैट मीन्स यू शुड नॉट बी लाइक एकदम होता है ना कि यू आर अ हिटलर, तुमको ये करना है. दैट शुड नॉट बी देयर. परमिसिव नहीं होना चाहिए कि जो कर रहे हैं हाँ करो करो, एंड देन अनइन्वॉल्व की कोई मतलब ही नहीं है क्या कर रहा है. तो ऑल द थ्री एक्सट्रीम नहीं होना चाहिए, सबका मिक्सचर होना चाहिए. यू हैव टू फाइंड द मिडल वे आउट. It should be a very structured parenting. Consistent parenting style gives children a sense of security and predictability. Children learn at early age what they can expect from their parents. So when they can rely on their parents to consistently respond to their needs and behavior. So it's very important. Now next is social network. Children's health also get affected by lack of relationship with other adults and children. अब आप ऐसा भी नहीं कर सकते हैं कि you can keep your child constricted to his home. कहीं जाएगा ही नहीं, interaction नहीं करेगा, he'll have no social obligations. This also hampers the child. It's important for the parents to have good relationship with extended family members and good social network. Children also need friends with whom they can share a good relationship. That's also very important. Now the fourth and the last point, that is early environment and experiences. The most important early environment for the infant is the primary caregiver. द इन्फैंट रिलेशनशिप, आई टोल्ड यू ना, जो उसको पालता है, द रिलेशनशिप विद द केयर गिवर्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड द अर्ली पाथवे, मदर, मोस्ट केसेस में मदर ही होती हैं, तो मदर इज द वन हु गिव्स द चाइल्ड द अर्ली एक्सपीरियंसेस लाइक टच, स्किन टू स्किन होल्डिंग, smell of mother's skin and mother's breast milk, taste of breast milk, sight, that is eye contact and gazing, the mother's face. You must have come across children, they keep on gazing at the mother's face while she's feeding, hearing a familiar voice, gungunana, lori gana, all that, that's very important. A child needs these experiences, to develop social, emotional, and language skills. Over time, these experiences become more and more complex until she has reached the ability to think symbolically. Now, good eating habits, healthy weight, and normal growth in children can be obtained even only if the child is eating properly and the children has got very much, concentration on the right and good eating habits. Now, other approaches parents can take to develop healthy eating habits are guide your family's choice rather than dictate foods. जो बच्चे को पसंद है, वॉट द फैमिली मेम्बर्स लाइक टू इट, यू मस्ट प्रिपेयर दैट. यू शुड नॉट बी डिक्टेटिंग वाला फूड कि यही खाना है. दैट विल नॉट actually give a good message. Rather, the child will not like to eat the things if it's forced to do it. Encourage your children to eat slowly. बच्चे को हमेशा धीरे धीरे खाने की आदत, child must be given time to chew the food. That's very important because chewing is also a feature that develops in the child at very early years. Eat meals together as a family as often as possible. Now, as much as possible, sit with all your family members and have your meal. In meal times, children try to eat faster, to leave the table as soon as possible. Then try to learn them that you have to associate with the whole group. जब तक सब लोग नहीं खाते लेते हैं, you cannot move out from the table. Involve your children in food shopping and preparing meals. Try to involve your children when you are going out, to do food shopping, buying something so that you can ask them what you like and you can explain them the nutritional value of the things that you are buying. Plan for snacks. Continuous snacking may lead to overeating, but snacks are planned at specific time, that is nutritious without spoiling the child's appetite. Kabhi kabhi snacks you must plan because it gives a taste of a flavor, and it's always not desirable because it sometimes also leads to overeating. Now, discourage eating meals or snacks while watching TV. Now, this is another very bad habit developed in the children nowadays, that they want to eat in front of the TV. That is a very, very bad thing. So, don't allow the child to eat in front of the TV. Encourage your children to drink more water. Always encourage the child to drink more and more of water. Water content always very good for the child as well as the adults. You must drink plenty of water to keep your body hydrated. Try not to use food to punish or reward your children. You should never use food ki khana nahi denge, I'll not give you food. If you not do this, I'll not give you food. So these things are not very desirable for the child. It's not a very desirable behavior by the parents. Make sure your child's meals outside the home are balanced. So now if you're going out for a lunch or a school lunch program or anywhere, then you have to make sure that the right kind of food is being served to your child. Pay attention to proportion, size and ingredients. Read food labels, limit it. You should know the content present in the food that the child is buying or eating from outside. Now next is skin. You have to take care of the skin of the child as well. Is the largest organ, protecting a network of muscles, bone, nerves, brain, blood vessels and other organs. Our eyelids also have the thinnest skin, and the soles of our feet has the thickest skin. सबसे पतली यहाँ की होती है जो स्किन होती है, और सबसे मोटी हमारे पैरों की, that's the thickest. It forms a barrier that prevents harmful substances and microorganisms from hurting our body. It protects body tissues against injuries. It also controls the loss of light-sustaining fluids like blood and water, helps to regulate body temperature through perspiration, उससे पसीना से निकलता है, and protects the sun-damaging ultraviolet rays. Now, skin care. Keep your child's skin and hands as much as clean you can. Use warm water to wash your child's hands. Wet hands rather than with mild soap. अभी तो ये पहले की बात है. Nowadays तो cleaning hands has become very important. You already know it. If your child has itchy skin, use a moisturizer. अगर बच्चे का skin जो है dry है तो use a moisturizer to keep it wet. Use a moisturizer. While using a skincare product, if the child is getting irritated, then please use uses of that product should be stopped immediately. Protect your child's skin from sunburn by using a sunscreen, especially if it's going in the afternoon in a hot summer day. If your child has cuts on the skin, wash the area with warm water and try a mild soap. Apply antibiotic or ointment and cover the cut with the bandage. कीप योर चाइल्ड अवे फ्रॉम फायर, स्टोव, आयरन, दिस वेरी कॉमन कि आपको बच्चों को इन चीज़ों से दूर रखना है. इन केस ऑफ बग बाइट और किसी कीड़े ने अगर इसने काट लिया है तो you have to be aware of the infection cause, and if it is severe you must consult a doctor. The scalp is also covered with skin, but consult a doctor if the child has too much of dandruff. बच्चे से related कुछ भी issue हो, you must contact a pediatrics. Now hair, it's actually modified type of skin. Hair grows everywhere on the human body except the palm and hands. सिर्फ palm and hands को छोड़ के almost हर जगह human body पे hair होते हैं. Hair grows more quickly in summer than winter and more slowly at night than during the day. The hair on our heads keeps warm by preserving heat. सर पे जो बाल है वो हमें गर्मी से बचाता है. Eyebrows and eyelashes protect us eyes by decreasing the amount of light and particles. ये जो है hair यहाँ पे, this also helps dust particles अंदर नहीं जा पाते हैं. Now care of hair. 3 major problems are observed in the hair, that is hair damage, is dandruff, breakage and fall. So if there are dandruff, then please use that type of shampoo which improves the hair condition. If lot of hair breaks are happening, then you can it's a medical problem. It can be related to hypothyroidism also, that is thyroid being low, so that has to be tested. It's normal for everyone to lose some hair, so 100 hairs each day everybody can lose normally, but if it is too much then you must contact a doctor. Nails are a type of modified skin, ठीक है. So nails protect the sensitive tips of fingers. नेल्स बच्चों के हमेशा साफ होने चाहिए. ट्रिम योर फिंगर नेल्स एंड टो नेल्स एंड मॉइस्चराइज. इसको हमेशा काट के रखिए, ऑलवेज कट इट एंड ऑलवेज मॉइस्चराइज इट. कॉमन नेल प्रॉब्लम्स आर इनग्रोन नेल इंजरी, नेल डिफॉर्मिटी. So all this has to be taken care of, that some of this injury is not taking place with the child. Minor nail injuries or hang nail can be handled at home, but serious nail injuries अगर हुए हैं, if suppose the whole thing has been stuck by a door or a car or anything like that, then it has to be taken care by a doctor. Nails are an indicator of child's health. So if there will be any skin problems, lung problems, anemia, then nails will become, they will give you a sign of concern. Now eyes. Eyes help us to navigate the world around us. Our eyes are small in size but have an extremely complex structure. They work together to perceive depth, enabling us to judge distance and size of objects to help us to move around them. Eyes का बहुत बड़ा रोल है. Eyes care has to be done very properly. Eye checkup should be a part of the child's routine. Newborn should be checked for general eye care also. बच्चा जब पैदा होता है तो उस टाइम पे उसके आंखों को देखा जाता है. High risk newborns have a family of eye problems, and they should be examined by an eye doctor. In the first year of life, all infants should be routined for an eye checkup. Around 3.5 years of age, and again the kids should go for an eye checkup to see whether everything is working fine or not. Around 5, they should have vision and eye alignment just to evaluate whether they are seeing the things perfectly or not. After the age 5, further routine screening should be done at the school or at the doctor's office. Now, children who wear participation glasses, prescription glasses or contacts should be having annual checkups. अगर कोई बच्चा चश्मा लगाता है, उसको पावर है, then he should have checkup done by a doctor regularly. Child में signs that show that a child has vision problems, constant eye rubbing. कोई बच्चा ऐसा करता रहता है, that extremely eye sensitivity, थोड़ा भी लाइट होगा तो he will poor focusing, वो देख नहीं पाता है एक जगह पे. poor visual tracking, उसको चीज़ें धुंधली लगती हैं. abnormal alignment and movement of eyes, कुछ अलग सा लगेगा. हमेशा आंखों से पानी आ जाएगा. अ वाइट प्यूपल इनसाइड ऑफ द ब्लैक, ये आपको प्री स्कूलर्स में दिखेंगे प्रॉब्लम. स्कूल एज चिल्ड्रन में इनएबिलिटी टू सी ऑब्जेक्ट्स एट अ डिस्टेंस, बहुत दूर की चीज़ें नहीं देख पाएंगे. इनएबिलिटी टू रीड द ब्लैक बोर्ड, डिफिकल्टी रीडिंग, सिटिंग टू क्लोज टू द टीवी. सो दीज आर ऑल्सो द प्रॉब्लम. नाउ टीथ, अनदर ऑर्गन इज टीथ. नाउ व्हाट इज द ऑर्गन टीथ? Baby's heart and brain are the most organs are ready to work from the day they are born. Babies have the beginnings of their first teeth even before they are born. So 6 to 12 months में teeth आने लगते हैं. Most children have their teeth all completed by 3 years of age. So care of teeth has to be done very properly. Proper dental care begins before and after the tooth appears. Children from the second trimester of pregnancy, 20 primary teeth which are fully developed in the jaw. ठीक है, तो वो चीज़ें हैं. Running a damp washcloth, गीला करके कपड़ा पेरेंट्स बच्चे के, छोटे बच्चों के ऊपर आप लगाओगे तो उनको आराम लगेगा, ठंडा लगेगा. 2 years में एट द एज ऑफ 2 मोस्ट चिल्ड्रन कैन स्पिट वाइल ब्रशिंग. आप ब्रश करोगे, स्पिट बोलोगे तो करेगा. इवन बेबीज कैन डेवलप टूथ डिके इफ गुड फीडिंग हैबिट्स आर इन प्रैक्टिस. So you have to always clean the mouth regularly. Parents and childcare providers should help the kids to set specific time for drinking each day, because sucking on a bottle throughout the day is equally, कोई कोई बच्चे को their habit हमेशा suck करते रहेंगे bottle, that is not advisable. You have to limit the time of bottle feeding also. Ensure that children use toothbrush that has fluoride, because it protects the teeth. Now ears. बच्चों में ईयर्स की प्रॉब्लम भी बहुत कॉमन है. ईयर्स कलेक्ट साउंड, प्रोसेस देम एंड सेंड द साउंड सिग्नल्स टू द ब्रेन. ईयर्स ऑल्सो हेल्प अस टू कीप आवर बैलेंस. द ईयर इज मेड ऑफ 3 डिफरेंट सेक्शंस, द आउटर ईयर, द इनर ईयर एंड द मिडल ईयर. 3 लेयर होता है ईयर में. These parts all work together so that you can hear your sound. Now care of ears. Ears, unlike the rest of the body, don't ask for much. ज़्यादा कुछ ear की demand नहीं होती है. They need to be washed regularly within, while doing bath or shower. You have to clean the ears of the child. Ear wax, you have to take care कि develop नहीं करे. If it is done, then you have to remove it regularly with earbuds. Avoid using any kind of sharpen objects in the ear that can create a very big problem, because serious damage and bleeding can occur. If you want a girl who ears have been pierced, then leave. If you are doing the piercing, like कान पहनना जो बोलते हैं, कान वाला पहनना गर्ल चाइल्ड के केस में, then उसको भी बहुत हील होने में टाइम लगता है. So you have to be very sincere. Swimming causes ear infections. So water gets stuck in the ear canal, that causes infection and irritation. So dry your child's ear after swimming. अच्छे से सुखाइए. In very hot weather, apply sunscreen even on the ears to apply the sunburn. During winter, cover your ears with a hat or a hairband. Now the next is nose. It's a vital organ of the respiratory system. You already know we breathe through the nose, so it's very important. The nasal cavity is a hollow space within the nose and the skull, and it is lined with hairs and mucous membrane. The function of the nasal cavity is to warm, moisturize and filter the air entering the body before it reaches the lungs. नाक नोज ही तो होता है जो उसको फिल्टर करता है एयर को. It provides us with a sense of smelling also and protect us from helps to project sound of our voice. Now nasal hygiene is very important, because it reduces the risk of cold, sinus and allergy. Mucous membrane in the nose acts like an antivirus for the body. It protects us from the external threat and helps direct impurities towards the throat and stomach from where it is removed permanently. ये जो नेजल में म्यूकस मेम्ब्रेन होता है, वो देयर इज अ मेम्ब्रेन दैट एक्ट्स एज अ एंटीवायरस, और वो किसी भी फॉरेन पार्टिकल को अंदर जाने नहीं देता है. स्नीजिंग ऑल्सो एक्सट्रैक्ट. अगर कोई फॉरेन पार्टिकल गलती से नाक के अंदर चला भी जाता है, यू विल हैव इमीडिएट स्नीज. That's the body's first reaction to take out that foreign particle. Young children have narrow nasal cavity, due to which they are prone to respiratory infection. बच्चों में nasal cavity narrow होती है, so they are very prone to the nasal infection and nostril problems. Children are unable to blow their nose, and most of them are end with sleeping. Nose को blow नहीं कर पाते, and most of them they sleep. Now children also suffer from dry nose problem. Some children have very dry nose, symptoms of which include burning sensation in the nose. For nasal care of children, avoid carpet. Carpet के अंदर बहुत dust होती है, so you have to avoid the carpet. That's a problem for the child. Stop accumulation of dust. So if there's dust on any object, do not give